lesson is going to cover energy balance and weight control. When we talk about energy balance in regards to weight, there's two sides to the equation. On one side is energy intake, and that's the calories from food and beverage that we consume. The other side is the calories with energy expenditure. That includes the basal metabolic rate, or BMR, the amount of energy needed to meet life-sustaining activities, such as heartbeat, breathing, those important things. And then there's thermic effective food, or TEF, and that's the energy in digesting, absorbing, and metabolizing food. So part of those calories in the food we consume are used by the body to process it. And then there's physical activity and exercise. Physical activity is really any movement of the skeletal muscle, whereas exercise is more of the planned, intentional movement. So what is energy balance? When intake and expenditure are equal, then weight is maintained. And what happens with positive energy balance? That's when things get a little tilted, and intake ends up being more than the calories expended, and weight gain can happen as a result. The opposite is true with negative energy balance. When the calories expended end up being more than the calories of part of the intake, then weight loss can occur. There are times when there's a need for higher calorie consumption. Undesired weight loss outside of a disease can sometimes be the result of lifestyle changes. So maybe somebody took a more physically demanding job, or they might be under a lot of stress and not eating as much as a result. A little experimenting can often be the fix. A significant increase in exercise, such as starting a new program or maybe making big changes to their current plan. If losing weight is not a goal, they might need to increase their calories. Pregnancy, of course, requires a higher level of calories to support that growing baby as well as the pregnant woman. Certain disease conditions, especially when they are in a catabolic state, and losing weight, such as cancer, will often require more calories and nutrients. Balance. Not always easy, but it's an important overall concept in life and definitely is important with nutrition. A balance of intake and energy allows people to maintain a healthy weight and also have enough energy to go about their lives. Balance also plays a role with macronutrients. As we'll talk about shortly, there's recommended macronutrient ranges. But it's not just about getting the right number of calories, but choosing a variety of foods to get all the nutrients that we need. So what are macronutrients? They're an element that's required in a relatively large amount in the diet. Protein, carbohydrate, and fat are the macronutrients. Protein and carbohydrate each provide 4 calories per gram, while fat provides over double with 9 calories per gram. So if you look at a food label and you see the macronutrient amounts, you can calculate the number of calories that they provide. Protein provides with 3 grams 12 calories. Carbohydrate provides 148 calories, while fat with its 8 grams will provide 72 calories. Are you thinking, wait, those don't add up to 230 calories? And you're right, but just keep in mind there is some rounding on food labels. So how do we know how these macronutrients should be distributed? The acceptable macronutrient distribution range, abbreviated AMDR, is to reduce the risk of chronic disease while providing essential vitamins and minerals. So they're broken down like this. Protein is 10 to 35%. Carbohydrate is 45 to 65%. And fat is between 20 to 35%. And this is all for the daily calories. So let's sum it up. Energy balance is when intake and expenditure are the same and there's no change in weight. Sometimes there's a need for higher calories, and balance is important for intake and expenditure and food choices. The 3 macronutrients are protein, carbohydrate, and fat, and the AMDR is what provides the recommended ranges for them. We love you guys. Go out and be your best self today, and as always, happy nursing.